4-4, Part 2. Multiply. We're going to be multiplying numbers in scientific notation. You do not have to have the same powers of 10. You can multiply with different powers of 10. Now, you see that I have two parentheses side by side, no symbol in between. This is understood to be multiplication. So when you are multiplying numbers that are in scientific notation, we will first multiply the first numbers. We will multiply 2 times 3 times. Now we will multiply the powers of 10. 10 to the negative 5 times 10 to the 11th. So 10 to the negative 5 times 10 to the 11th. Maybe I should put a dot here instead of an X, a dot indicating multiplication. So 2 times 3 gives me 6 times. When you're multiplying like bases, what do we do with exponents? You add them. You learned that in your last section of homework. You will add exponents. So this is 10 to the negative 5 plus 11. Well, negative 5 plus 11 gives you 6. You are adding with unlike signs. Subtract. 11 minus 5 is 6. Take the sign of the larger. So this is 6 times 10 to the 6th. This is your final answer when you multiply on this example. Notice I'm leaving my answer in scientific notation. I do have a decimal behind the 6. This first number is greater than or equal to 1, and it's also less than 10. So if you're multiplying scientific notation, you need to leave your answer in scientific notation. Notice also in my directions, I say multiply and find the product. Product simply means multiply. So anytime you're asked to find the product, you will multiply. So let's look at another example. Multiply, find the product of these two numbers that are in scientific notation. So the first thing we'll do is multiply the 6 times the 4. 6.4, 6 times the 4. Times, now let's multiply our powers of 10. 10 to the 4th dot, or times 10 to the negative 7. So 6 times 4 is 24. Times 10. When you're multiplying like bases, we add exponents. So we have 4 plus negative 7. Well, if you're adding with unlike signs, subtract and take the sign of the larger. 7 minus 4 gives you 3. Sign of the larger is negative. So this is 24 times 10 to the negative 3. Now again, don't ever leave me an answer unless it's in scientific notation if the problem begins in scientific notation. So I have 24 times 10 to the negative 3. This is not in scientific notation. My first number is greater than 10. So what I must do, here's my decimal here. I must move my decimal one place to the left so that it is in between the 2 and the 4. So I have 2.4 times. Now, since I moved my decimal one place to the left, I must add 1 to the exponent. So I have 2.4 times 10 to the negative 3 plus 1. You're adding with unlike signs, subtract. 3 minus 1 gives you 2. Take the sign of the larger is negative. So your final answer for this problem is 2.4 times 10 to the negative 2. Leave your answer in scientific notation.